the bar chart set. So the bar chart given below shows the details of budgeted income tax collections and actual income tax collections of India in each of the years from 2004-5 to 2008-9. Now the first bar chart, it shows the total income tax collection, and second one shows the corporate income tax collections. And there are only two categories of taxpayers, that are individual and corporate. So total will come as individual plus corporate. So we know about the total, we know about the corporate. The total minus corporate will give us data about individual income tax collections, right? Now, so it's mentioned here like 275 for 2000 year 2004-5. The total income tax collections budgeted was 275, and the actual collections came out to be 285, right? Similarly, for 2006-5-6, budgeted was 345, actual was 335, and so on. Now, there's one term given, efficacy ratio, that is budgeted income tax collections upon actual income tax collections. That tells us about the efficacy ratio, right? So let's have a look at the question. The first question says, if the absolute growth of total income tax collections budgeted in the year 2007-8 as compared to the previous year, that means total income tax collections budgeted from 2006-7 to 2007-8. This particular thing we are talking about. If this had been the same as growth of total income tax collections actual in the year 8-9 as compared to the previous year. So growth of actual in 8-9 from previous year, that means from 7-8 to 8-9, total actual. So let's find out this growth first. So from 7-8 to 8-9, from 540 it went to 715. So there's a growth of 175 here, right? So if this growth would have been equal to 175, the question asks. So this growth, for this growth, we need to know the total budgeted in 2006-7, which was 395. If this would have grown by 175, so for this year 2007-8, the total budgeted income tax collections would have become 570. All right. So we need to find out, we have to calculate what the individual income tax collections budgeted in 2007-8. And we have to assume all other values remain the same. So we now know for 2007-8, the total income tax collections budgeted is 570. And in 2007-8, the total corporate budget, so the corporate income tax collections budgeted is 425. So if you want to calculate for individual, you just have to subtract it. And the answer will come out to be 145. So this question was just, had a little complicated language, but if you just break down the information in smaller parts, you'll be easily able to crack it. Now moving on to the next one. The next question, it says, for how many of the given years the efficacy ratio of at least 2 of the total income tax collections, corporate income tax collections, and individual income tax collections is greater than 1? So for efficacy ratio to be greater than 1, what do we know? As per the formula, the efficacy ratio will be greater than 1 if and only if budgeted income tax collections is greater than actual income tax collections. Right? So let's calculate for first. So we have to calculate for how many of the given years, in how many of the given years, either any two of. Now we have 3 kind of income tax collections: total, corporate, and individual. So any two have an efficacy ratio greater than 1. So for 2004-5, let's see. Here the efficacy ratio is budgeted upon actual is less than 1. So this won't be the case. Here again it is less than 1. So if 2 are already less than 1, we need not to calculate for the third one because that won't matter. Now for 5-6, this is greater than 1. For 5-6, again this is a little less than 1. Now we need to calculate the individual one. So 345 minus 300, that is 45. And 335 minus 307 is 28. So for individual income tax collection in 2005-6, efficacy ratio is coming out to be greater than 1. So first year we get is 2005 and 6. For 6-7, it's lesser than 1. For 6-7, again, this one is greater than 1. 341, 335. Yeah, this is greater than 1. Now we need to calculate for the individual one again. So 395 minus 340 will be 55. And 405 minus 335 will be 70. So again, the individual also is lesser than 1. So this here is also not the one, but either any two of them has a efficacy ratio greater than 1. Now for year 2007-8, this of course is lesser than 1. This again is lesser than 1. So this cannot be the answer. For 2008-9, so this is greater than 1. Again, this is also greater than 1. So we have only 2 years, 2005-6 and 2008-9, for which the efficacy ratio of at least 2 of the total and corporate and individual income tax collection is greater than 1. So answer is 2.